Good morning. 150 years ago, the Caledonia Fair began, and it's still thriving. We're here and we're giving you a little sneak peek because it's taking place this weekend, and we're wishing the Caledonia Fair a happy 150th birthday. Boy, are they old. Hey, Jody, how are you?
Very well. How are you?
Good morning.
Good
Thanks
morning.
for having us here.
Our pleasure. Thank you for coming.
Jody, what do you do around here?
I am the chair of the marketing committee, and I'm also currently second vice president on the executive.
So you're the gal that we need to talk to this morning about the 150th celebration of the Caledonia Fair.
Yes, it's a very, very big deal. The Caledonia Fair is really excited that it's our 150th anniversary, and we have been a part of this community, showcasing the best of what Haldeman and surrounding areas has to offer for 150 years, and that's pretty special.
It is. So speaking of showcasing, take us for a little walk. We're inside. This is a new arena. This does not look like the arena that I was used to coming to years ago.
No, this is the Riverside Exhibition Center now, as opposed to the old arena. We renovated it in the last few years, and it is an up-to-date, modern, but still with the old, like we have the old cedar ceiling still.
Beautiful.
The old rustic touches. And this, at fair time, this is our exhibition hall. So right now, when people come, you don't get to see this part. This is the behind the scenes, the judging.
Oh, the judging.
happens.
I'm seeing cookies, I'm seeing crafts. There's just so much. So this is, everybody is competing?
Yes, on all the entries come in, and then this morning we judge them, and then when our visitors come to see us, they will see all of this stuff on display and all the ribbons and be able to see who did what.
Wow.
When they're judged, you can't see the names, so it's a blind judging.
It is.
But we have all sorts of categories and everything in here, from marigolds to adult coloring.
Adult coloring and
Yes.
painting and clothes.
And quilts. And you can see there's some quilts hanging from the rails already. And we have things done by children, the school exhibits, which start at grade 1 and up, all the way to senior citizens. So it's a huge show of creativity, craft work, green thumbs. We have hay crops at the end. And it was apparently a good year for hay, because we have a lot of entries. Fruits and vegetables and all sorts of different things.
I imagine it gives the community a sense of pride, something that they like to do for a hobby and feel good about and just come together.
Well, it's interesting. Some people will just dabble and they'll enter one thing because they've never entered anything before, and they think they have the world's best chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
And so they want to share that with the world. Some people will come in and they will have a stack an inch or two of entry tickets.
Oh, wow.
And they will go in every kind of different thing. And there are some competitions, the Bake Queen Special, it used to be called the Bake Queen Special, it may be a different name now, but to be the champion of that is a coveted, coveted thing, or to get most points in the Christmas corner. It's very competitive.
I love it, the overachievers. Okay, Caledonia Fair this weekend in Caledonia at the Fairgrounds. We're going to talk a little bit more coming up this morning about the 150th. Jody, you're sticking around. We have Kelly the cow somewhere. Kelly, if you see a cow following us morning live, its name is Kelly. Back to you. Imagine 150 years ago what a fair would look like. Well, not the way it looks now, with rides and entertainment, phones, pictures, videos, maybe just a hammer, maybe just a nail. But it did begin all here in Caledonia, the Caledonia Fairgrounds, celebrating 150 years. Jody, thank you so much for having us here a little bit early, right? Before everything starts.
It's all good.
It is all good. And we are about to take part in a game that they would have played here at the fair.
Well, I'm not sure how much they played it here, but they played it at different, maybe it was just work. I don't know, but we're making it play today.
It was just something, because it's hard to think. I mean, 150 years ago, what the fair would have been, I would imagine farmers and people coming together, some live entertainment, but there'd have to be some games.
Yes, and this year, as part of our commemoration of 150 years, on Sunday afternoon, we have a parade on the grounds. And in my lifetime, we have never had a parade.
That's exciting.
So we're having a parade through the grounds and 150th anniversary birthday cake. And then we are going to have what we're calling the Heritage Games. So we have 4 community groups that are coming in and doing something similar to a show that we've done for over 30 years, the High School Challenge, which is Friday night, where you have teams competing in goofy relays.
Oh, fun.
And in this case, what we're doing is we're taking the Heritage Games are going to be older style games. So we're going to have crosscut sawing, we're going to have a bale roll and things like that, and we are going to do nail drive.
Okay, so what is this? What do we do?
So this is a block of wood.
Okay.
In a nail driving competition, if you were on a team, what happens is you, at your turn, you run up, you get your nail, and you pound it into there.
Okay, and is it just until it goes all the way down?
Yes.
Okay, and then when you were done, it would be the next person's turn.
Yes.
Okay.
And you'd run back, but you're competing with other teams.
Right.
So I don't know. Do you want me to do this with you?
Yes, let's do
Okay.
it together. You're probably better at this.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure.
Okay, ready? Go.
Always helps when you hit it.
Okay, Jody, you beat
You were
me.
close.
All right, I was
It was
close. So
close.
what else is going on? You have a kids zone over here. I see Kelly the cow sitting on hay.
Kelly the cow.
What are you going to do with that hay and the kids at the fair?
Well, it's actually straw.
Okay, straw.
You eat hay, you use straw for bedding, or in this case, for straw fights.
Oh,
So you
straw
get to play in the
fights.
straw. That bale will be opened up later on, and kids can just mess around in it. And that's something that if you're a farm kid that remembers way back when, we actually used to do that.
Right. I remember jumping on the different stacks at my
Yes.
aunt's house. She lived in the country. So you have stuff for kids to do, you have
Yes.
rides, you have food, you have lots of shows happening. It's all this weekend, Caledonia Fair. Now, should people get tickets online, or do you just show up? What would you recommend?
Whatever works for you.
So you could do both.
We have online ticketing, and at the gates they'll be open with options for cash, credit, or debit.
Okay.
So we're ready for anything that works for you.
And what are the hours, Jody?
We open on Friday. We'll be open from 9:30 in the morning until 10 p.m. Roughly, the buildings close at 10, and then things will naturally peter out after that.
Okay.
9:30 to 10 is pretty much until Sunday. We close at 6 p.m.
All right.
And we open a little bit later on Sunday, more like 10:30 or noon or something.
Okay,
like
well,
that.
fingers crossed. So far, it's not supposed to rain in Caledonia. I checked just
Yes.
a little while ago. We'll be back having more fun here at the Caledonia Fair, celebrating 150 years. Good morning from the Caledonia Fair. We're here at the fairgrounds celebrating 150 years now. The fair's not quite open. It will be later on. Jody, thanks for kind of, you know people, and you're getting us on the ride here.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful view.
It is. We're very fortunate here. We are on the banks of the Grand River, and we try to take advantage of our geography a little bit. We have a nice picnic area right by the river, where it just makes it that much nicer of a day.
So there's so much to do here. Rides,
Yes.
games,
Yes.
shows. Can you tell us a
We
little bit
have all
about the
kinds.
shows?
Yeah, we have every genre of music you can imagine throughout the weekend. We have 3 stages on the go. We have our main stage that if you come through our main gate, you'll see it right as you come in. And that's predominantly music, but there's also some buskers and entertainers and illusionists. We have a Riverside stage, and that is a little bit more children's performers, and but stuff that's also good for all ages. Bandoloni is back. He's always a crowd favorite. We have a couple of different juggler busker shows going on, and inside in the Riverside Exhibition Center, we have a video installation going throughout, and when it's not on, we have the baby show will be there. We have a reptile show there for a couple of days. We have just ambient music going on for when you go through the hall. So there's stuff everywhere.
Everywhere. And a petting farm?
We have Squire McKinnon's barn is open at the east end of the grounds, and in the cattle barn there's also going to be some small animals and dairy display going on. We also have the 4-H achievement program on Saturdays. You can see the kids in their finest with their calves and stuff like that. The dairy show is on Friday, and the beef show is on Sunday. So a lot of chance to see farm animals, plus meet your local farmer where you can meet and talk to local producers.
What is it about a fall fair that people love? I mean, I know I just love the fall fairs, but what do you think? You've been here doing this for so many years. What do you think it is that makes fall fairs so special, and this one?
We like to think of ourselves as the country fair of your memories. And when you think back, it goes even when you first, if you read Charlotte's Web, it takes place at a county fair. All the nostalgic of a simpler time and things that neighbors seeing each other, all those sorts of things. So this is the kind of place you can come together, you can do as much or as little as you want. If you want to interact on Sunday, you can be in a pie eating contest and wind up with $5 and a free piece of pie. So there's so many different things you can do. You can see people, you can just have a nice walk, and if you don't have the memories of it, you'll make some.
I like that a lot. And if you want to make some memories, Caledonia Fair celebrating 150 years. Come on down this weekend and look at that view. Ah, it's breakfast time at the Caledonia Fair. Thank you very much, Callie. Okay, I was saying earlier, Jody, I was asking you what and why you think people love fall fairs so much, and I can tell you what I love about the fall fair so much: the food.
Yes. We have a lot of food vendors here.
Yeah, and I like it because there's food that you can't get anywhere else. You guys come up with these interesting concepts that make you want to have it again and again and again.
Well, yes, and these are a couple of the specialities from our own fair run concession, the Riverside Eatery. We have the pork pileup, which is just, well, it's just a mound of a whole whack of stuff. And we also have ice cream here, and this is, we have a special 150th anniversary birthday Sunday.
Wow, isn't that something? And you know, it's our camera operator, Justin's birthday, so I'm going to let him have that Sunday.
Excellent.
When we're done here. I have had this before, and I rave about it all the time, this pile-up. It is so good. What is your favorite item here?
I'm a big fan of the taco in a bag.
That's interesting.
Got it, yeah, where they take a bag of Doritos and crush it up, and they put all this stuff in with it, and you just eat out of the bag of Doritos, and it's quite yum.
Just with a spoon or a fork?
Yeah, whatever.
Or your fingers, whatever. So tell us a little bit, the Caledonia Fair happening this weekend, celebrating 150 years. You said there's a parade happening for the first time?
Parade for the first time, that's on Sunday at noon.
Sunday at 1 o'clock. You have a lot of things you've had before, rides, games, shows.
Yes, we have 2 demolition derbies, one on Friday night, one on Saturday night. Heavy horses will be here on Saturday during the day. There's a goat show, I think that's on Saturday. We have so much going on, but everything that we've got is on our website, www.caledoniafair.ca. And it's really easy to navigate through, and you can see the whole schedule for the weekend, everything you need to know about admission, accessibility, everything else. And you can also see other events and things that go on here throughout the year.
All right, well, happy 150th to the fair. That's very exciting. I mean, when you compare what it would have been like when it started to now, boy, has it really come a long way. Us as a society, really, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think we look pretty good for 150. I don't think we look a day over 75.
No, not a day over, no way. Well, thank you very much, Jody, and thanks, Callie, and everybody here at the fair, and hopefully you can come on down and enjoy some of the many, many things going on. I can't wait any longer. We're going to send it back to Morning Live, and I'm going to dip into this pile up.